So today we're going to do a trail tour of the revised Brookside trail system here in Ashland. And this is the trail system we've been working at for a little while now. It is very much a volunteer built and maintained trail, with the exception of a few features that we've had a contractor come out and build for us because we just don't have time. But just walk you through how to access the trail, some of our new features, and we'll do an uncut loop. So coming into the park, you're going to come all the way around to the back of Brookside West. So it's at Brookside West Park. Beautiful pond over there. This is where we do our kids programs, Team Wild. And yeah, so originally the trail started right over here, and we are actually in process of moving the trail head. So this sign I put up about 2019, and we're going to be moving this over to the pump track here very soon. So get an idea of trailhead. So I'm going to take you over to the new beginning of Brookside West, excuse me, Brookside Mountain Bike Trail. And it's over here by where we built the pump track. And the pump track is, again, we're still refining, still tweaking it, but we'll get a lot of progress this year thanks to our awesome volunteers. Hello. So the best place to access the mountain bike trail now is going to be to park here at the pump track, and I'll show you the new trailhead. So pump track right here, working on getting it cleaned up a little bit, refined. Pretty fun little track, really. Very much a mountain biker's track, not really a BMX track. So there's the pump track, and we're going to turn to the north from the pump track, and we're going to head right into the woods. So there's two trails. The left trail is more of a beginner's, and there's some features on the right side. We'll hit those features now. Nice little rollovers and jumps. Very much XC friendly. Working on getting this bermed out a little more so we can carry more speed down through here to jump these ravines. There we go. Again, this is still a mild work in progress, but we're working at it every week, and it'll be probably different by the time you get here. And then connecting to the beginner's line right here, down the Devil's Dip. Call that because our youth riders have a little bit of trouble on that feature. So we nicknamed it Devil's Dip. And then this is a new part of the out and back that we had an Eagle Scout work on. So it's bypassing some of the sketchy parts of our old out and back and bringing you out right here into the compost area for Brookside's golf course. And then you'll make a left. This is a tricky part, and you want to use caution coming through here. It's narrow, and our trail has kind of washed out right here. So we're going to be benching this in more, giving it a bigger platform very soon. And then now we cross over the golf course driveway and over to the main loop. Now, what most people do when they come to Brookside is they'll ride the out and back this one time. But you can go back and forth as much as you want. Most people spend majority of their time over here in the main loop. Now, some of this has changed in some of our previous videos of Brookside's trail, so I'll try to point out those changes. The first one is that we now have 2 lines on this downhill coming up, and I'll ride the second downhill line, the beginner line, on our next lap. So going over here to the A line, which is affectionately called the Ashland Airport due to the jumps that we have here. 1 jump and 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, and 5. Okay, right here there's a option to go right, go straight up Hiker's Hill, or you can go straight along the creek if the weather has permitted and it's dry enough back here. It gets very muddy down in this low area by the creek, so we have to close this section periodically. And this is newer, doesn't have quite as much flare and flow. Over this little guy. Whew. This is a little tricky spot up in here. And it's even a little muddy today because we've had some rain recently. More weird techie stuff back down in here, but it's fun. And this is, as you'll see, not as professionally done, but again, always working on it. Okay, back to the main loop, main line. Hiker's Hill coming up. Big sweeping corner right into roots and a steep climb. And this is really the only tough climb here at Brookside. Lots of power through the middle here where it pitches up and up to the top. Next section is the root of all evil. Nasty little root tree here. Woo! Always fun. Technical little right-hander there. Okay, now we're up on the main plateau where most of our trails are built here at Brookside. If you like ride-overs and weird stuff, Brookside has a lot of that. And if you like tight corners, this will be a great place for you. Great place to work on your cornering skills and your technical. So the trail here is primarily composed of we call the upper loop, which is where we're on right now. And then the inner loops, which are twisty and circle around. I would caution some of these skinnies need to be rebuilt here, so test them before you go right over. They are getting a little loose in the couple of years that we've had since we originally laid out this course. But like anything, it takes a lot of time and work and effort by volunteers to maintain this trail. So if you would like to help, just contact us at Ashland Bike Company and we will direct you to the most effective way that we can use your help. Please don't come out and build your own features here. We've worked with the city to get permission for this, and we don't want to compromise that relationship with the city. Okay, we're setting up for one of the faster spots, and we're gonna drop down, cross this bridge, and back up. Take off the glasses, it's kind of shadowy back here today. I'm gonna pause here just to secure those sunglasses. Okay, I think those are safely in their home. Let's go on. Okay, now you can see it's pretty shadowy back in here, lots of tree cover. All right, this is one spot where you really have to kind of watch because this part changes due to the creek crossing here, and sometimes that gets washed out. We have to rebuild that. And it brings you over here into one little rock challenge area. And of course, what would it be without more skinny rocks to go through, smash your derailleur on. Switching back over. Back over the same creek. A little bit of a increase in the heart rate going up that little climb. Again, there's a lot of fun little technical challenges here that are amplified as you go faster. So for beginners, you go slow, make your way around these corners, not a big deal. You go faster, requires a little more bike handling skills, which is what we wanted. We only have about 15 acres here to build this trail on. So we have about 3 miles of the single track back here, roughly. It's kind of hard to measure because of the amount of trees and the amount of turns, but you can figure about 3 miles. Still in the outer loop of the trail here, and dropping into the section, the rock bridge, and then another bridge we call dropping logs. Got a lot of logs here that you navigate. Tricky, weird, weirdly placed. Great technical challenge. All right, this section is power line, and we are going to be moving this guy to a new section of the trail, that big A-frame. Took out the pallets here, a more permanent bridge in, thanks to Russ. Thanks, Russ, one of our trail maintenance workers. Okay, so that completes really the outer loops. And the next section is what we call the inner loops. And there's a lot of fun features here. Kind of repeat some of the things we talked about before. There's tight, twisty turns, ride over features. In general, flow's pretty good. It's always a work in progress. Getting more berms built, improving the flow. Watch these routes, sometimes will surprise you, which is part of the fun. One nice thing about being here with kids is that there's always a quick exit, and you're not very far from the main trailhead. Okay, jump, big turn. Cool part right here, a jump into a berm. And Rudy technical stuff again. Challenging riders by speed. The faster you go, the harder it is. Okay. And it's mid-July right now. The trail is absolutely perfect. Dry everywhere, including our problem area. So mid to late summer into fall, great time to ride Brookside. When we come out and blow this trail off, it is like a racetrack, very fast. Still in the inner loops area. You see lots of turning and coming back on itself. A few little jumps here for fun. 1, 2, 3. More of a huck to flat like this one. Oh, we got some deer. Hey guys. I think they're the same two fawns I've seen out here before. About the same size. They like to hang out together. Being inside Ashland city limits, they don't really get hunted, so kind of tame. Oops. Feature is called the stump jumper line. A newer thing that we built a couple years ago. Still holding up very well. I would say of all the spots, this is my least favorite. Probably one of the areas we'll work on next. These little twisties need to be bermed or something, but we'll get there. And this one in particular, not super fun. All your momentum is gone. We're gonna do a little trail maintenance today. Actually, that's gonna take a saw. We'll come back another time. Had a few storms the last few weeks, and for the most part, Brookside has held up very well. But when the tree does fall down, it usually blocks the trail in like 3 spots. Looks like that thing broke off of there and is now blocking the tree. Interesting. Strange one there. So come back through, you'll be able to see the stump jumper line to the left there. We've had some interesting trees fall down back here, some big boys. The stump jumper line was one of the biggest ones, and we took the stumps, stood them up, the logs rather, and put a sweet line over them. Okay, keep going here. Just about done with the inner loops. Now this spot is fun to go fast on, but there is a route down here that will kick your butt. Right here. I've crashed on that route way too many times. When it's wet, it is just the right angle to knock you right on your butt. And for now, I go up over, and from here, you can either go that way, do another lap, or that way back to the start. Blech. Spider webs. Ah, that was a big one. Right in the mouth. Hello, dear. Go the other way. Hey, running the wrong way. Ow! Ow! Pretty good one, 1635. Move that side. This is a tricky spot, so be careful. The new trail here. And that's the loop, guys. So I hope you enjoyed our little tour. And if you get down here and ride, hope you have fun on our little trail system here in Ashland, Ohio. Now, I think it's time to hit a few dirt laps and head home. Catch you on the flippity flip.